today that is going on, and we wanted to make sure that you guys are aware. So, what we have right now is we have this significant risk here for hail in areas of Sioux Falls. This is even the wind risk is pretty significant as well. Let me show you the tornado risk. That is the biggest thing here that I wanted to make sure I gave you guys a heads up on. I'll zoom out here a little bit and you guys can see the 2% is the green and the 5%. That is the tornado risk for areas of mainly Nebraska. But there are some chances, 2% risk in that green for tornado activity. That's mainly going to be later this afternoon and into the evening hours. If we give you kind of a loop here, showing the estimates. Look at this, Highway 14 area. So De Smet, just to the west of De Smet, if I have any chaser friends that are out, they're probably going to be chasing all over this stuff today. This is a prime setup, and I wish I could be out there today, but unfortunately I do have to work. After having a long week off, got to work. Sioux Falls area, later in the evening, could have some risks there as well with the hail, the wind threat. Just depends on which weather model ends up holding true. We'll have to see how all that plays out. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate it. Again, the main risks for today are going to be if you're in the areas of North Platte, Broken Bow area, Valentine, Nebraska. That's the main threat there is going to be the tornado activity, and then big time hail is big time wind threat also. Let's show you the wind threat here. Areas of Sioux Falls, you have more of a risk of that wind as well as the even some possibility of some light flooding. Here's the wind risk. Let me throw you that. As you can see, areas of Sioux Falls, Clear Lake, all these areas really expecting to have impact. Let's see if we can get any of this to pull up here. 1 second. There we go. So we got all of this going on. Lots of rain expected. Some of these are going to be slow movers, and so that's why you got to be super careful later today as you get into the evening hours. Remember, don't turn around, don't drown, because there's going to be lots going on there. So I just wanted to kind of give you a briefing of what's expected here for today. And then the hail threat. Here's the hail threat. If I zoom out, significant hail threat is again mainly confined to northeastern portions of Colorado, western Sandhills area of Nebraska, and this area just Pierre and farther southward into areas of South Dakota. But don't rule out Aberdeen. Just because you're not in the hatched area doesn't mean you're not going to get it. And even Fargo has that 15% risk for the hail. Look at that, moving through Fergus Falls area. You do have that risk of a wall of wind there as well, sometime around 3 p.m. if this can hold true. That's the tough part. All the models don't agree yet, so it is going to be difficult forecasting. Some of this may come true. All the other elements are there. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much energy is expected with this. So the energy is there. We got joules per kilogram. We got 5,000, close to 5,000, 42, 40, 43, close to 4,300 joules per kilogram over the North Platte area this afternoon. So that's going to be plenty of energy. Even 1,000 joules per kilogram is a lot of energy. So there's going to be plenty of energy available to produce these significant storms. Let's take a look at other factors. How about our lift? Max updraft helicity. We have that possibility of some energy and updrafts to happen up down to the south of Fargo area sometime around 3 p.m. The later in the day that we go, then southward development happens, and I'll kind of play that through here a little bit further. So as we go into like the after 5 p.m. time frame, this is where we can expect some of that development for tornado and big time hail. All of this is a max updraft helicity. Let's take a look at the 500 millibar information. 500 millibar winds, we can kind of see some of that shear to break any type of cap that we may have in some of these areas. Moving that right along as we get into the day. Here comes that wind shear, and once that wind shear, look at that, 40 knots, 41 knots. We've got plenty of wind shear to get that development to really get going, and we'll be able to break any kind of cap that might be in that area. So there's going to be plenty of development later this afternoon into the evening hours. That's the latest information that we have from the 605 Chaser Studios. You guys stay safe, God bless, and I'm not going to be live today for storm chasing, but maybe later this week. We'll have to see.